Okay, we're live, I hope, on Facebook live streaming. So welcome anybody who's there, either presently or in the future on playback. From Meitheal, we're singing tonight up in Ceol, Navarre, on Scrabon, the industrial estate in Guidor. And as I said in the earlier rehearsal, technical video, we're experimenting with something. This is only our second week playing together. And the idea of this group is that we get together and sit in a circle, and as you go around the circle, people either choose to sing a song, ask the group to sing along with them, or nominate a song and ask the group to sing a song, or maybe ask another individual that they like their rendition of a song to sing it. It's all based on the fact that it's all about participation and having fun. Now, last week we tried this on Facebook Live. We had a vertical video, so we've moved from the perpendicular to the horizontal in jig time. So tonight what we decided to try and do is we're going to try and stream 4 songs. The name of the 4 songs is, we're going to do Whiskey in the Jar. What's next?
Raglan Road.
The second one's going to be Raglan Road. The third one is going to be Leaving on a Jet Plane.
And Working Man.
And then Working Man. So we're going to stream those. What I'm going to try and do is, you'll see on the screen there, so what I'm doing is I'm using a video or my phone to look at a large screen 55-inch screen. And what I'm going to do is, we have a songbook of these 365 songs that people love and just most people can share and sing together for fun. So the book works very well. It's a physical book. We just got a printout of them today. If anybody's interested, then please come back to me and we'll talk about it. I hope all the technology stays up. Remember, this is trial stuff, so anything that goes wrong, it's all down to you, whoever you are. So what I'm going to do is I'm mirroring the songs from an iPad onto a large screen, so I control it from the screen. And I'll show you, I'm going to go through the book, so it's all very hyperlinked, etc. You can see there's 458 pages there. So the first song we're going to look for is, there's a contents sheet here. This will all go across in front of you relatively quickly. So the first one we're going on Whiskey in the Jar. So again, if so in a moment that'll come in front of you. So my objective here is to try and make sure that you guys on the screen can read this the same a weekend. Now, some of us are working out of the physical book, and I'm hoping that you can follow along the screen. So what I'm asking people to do is, if you've got a guitar or ukulele, any instrument, just play away along with us. If your timing is bad, that's because we're brilliant. The good thing is we can't hear you, but you can hear us. And again, most of these are relatively simple chords, etc. I hope the songs are songs you like. So I'd like to sing along, have a bit of fun. If you want to put any notes in the feedback, we'd love to see them. Won't be able to see them in real time until we get to manage that stuff. So let's go for it. So we're going to go for our Whiskey in the Jar, right? As I was going over the market carrying mountains, I met the Captain Farrell and his money was coming. I first produced my pistol, I then produced my ring. They stand and deliver for you, are a bold deceiver with my ring of a sure. Yes, yes. See, big crowd here. We have to lock them out here tonight. Anyway, just we hope you enjoyed that rendition, guys. But apart from it, a couple of things there. You might be wondering why this is all over the place. It's not because we're on whiskey, but just there's a delay to explain. There's a delay between what's happening on my iPad and what happens on the screen. There's a further delay between that and what you see. So bear with us a little. The other thing I can see there is where the chorus is halfway through a song. I have to go up and down the page to get it. Anyway, we're moving on now to our second song. So just on the book, how you get to it. If you had a soft copy of this, and we're developing this as an open source concept. So this is all hyperlinked. You click on the index button and it brings you back to square one. And our second song that we're going to look for is Raglan Road. So just move along the contents there until we get Raglan Road. So I'm hoping that we've joined somewhere along here by our resident. He might become resident yet. So it's on Raglan Road. Right? Sometimes there are confusions here. You can see here. On Raglan Road. That was a song, but I'm going to sing this song tonight. We're going to sing it for John Hayden, our poet extraordinaire, who visited us a couple, maybe 2 years ago up here from Dundalk, came up to see us and wrote a poem for the guys in the shed. So we're expecting to have John up here in sometime at the end of January, February for a poetry reading and a storytelling. So we're looking forward to that. So it doesn't really matter if you're singing out of key there, John, because we can't hear you. But anyway, folks, in the key of G. Again, there's no reason, no choruses here, so there should be a linear passage along the screen as we go through this, all right? So let's enjoy. On Raglan Road of an autumn day, I saw her first and new. That hard I care what we have said, that I might one day rue. I saw that the danger ran, I passed along the enchanted way, and I said, let's grieve, be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November, we trip lightly along the lane of a deep ravine where can be seen the word of passion's blend, the going of the heart still making hearts, and I not making pain. Oh, I love too much, and by such is happiness thrown away. I gave her gifts of the mind, I gave her a secret sign that they're known to the artists who have known the true cause of sound and stone, and word and tint, oh, without stint, I gave her poems to say, with her own name there and her own dark hair, over cloud, over field of May, on the quiet street where all goes meet, I see her walking down, away from the me so hurriedly, my reason Very good. Oh yes, we have to. If you're clapping out there, we can't hear you. A little louder there. Look, you can hear us clap for you though. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that one. Just to say, this experiment is also an experiment in real-time collaboration. I think, Mary, you might have some people from America.
Oh yes, indeed, Nancy and Chuck.
So, and
perhaps Peggy.
Yeah, so if you're listening there both now or in replay, delighted to have you here with us. So the exercise, the whole idea of this book is to get these songs together, so when people meet up, they've got a template in which they can just get together and sing. That was the whole idea of this originally. So our third song is Leaving on a Jet Plane, and one of our star performers didn't make it here tonight, maybe in the floods in Donegal here, Trish. So this is for you, Trish. Leaving on a Jet Plane. So again, it's on. Again, if you have the book, when you're looking at this again or whatever, or if you're looking for it in the book, on page 209 in the book. Just to say, I can see you'll see here there's a chorus. So as I move down past this, we'll have to shift it back up to page. That's just the screen sharing technology we have at the moment.
Also for Tig in Australia.
All right, yeah, if you guys out in Australia, thank you if you're there. I sent you a link to this area. You never know.
Well, yeah.
Well, we don't know. We don't know if we've any. We're not. We haven't sent our products here. What are we? We're leaving on a jet plane.
Yeah, leaving on a jet plane.
Yeah. So that again, this is we're playing this open, no capos. Then the next song we're going to have a capo in it. Now again, if you haven't, I hope you realise we can all just sing together. You're a little behind us, but we can't hear you. You can hear us, so just sing along. And the other thing is, I'd encourage you, if you have a guitar or a ukulele or any other instrument there, like if you're brilliant, that's great, and you don't need to worry about the people like us. But whatever it is, if you want to look, it's Saturday evening. It's rotten here in Donegal. It's been rotten all day, and one of the things that we believe is that the whole idea, when you're singing music, it's just magic, and a lot of the other stuff in your head just, it floats into its own space. So I'd like to think that people can enjoy just singing a few tunes, and if at any time or when we meet up, we can just get together and perform these songs with each other. So let's go for Leaving on a Jet Plane, and just again, I'll try and keep the screen moving appropriately, okay? Are you sure this is not the one about the capo up, is it? Isn't it? It is actually. Sorry. Right, let's go again. So one of the things, just to say to you, we generally place these chords in a key which was relatively low, so that you could move it up with a capo if you wanted to raise the pitch. And some days we're more comfortable singing them than others. How you just can't see your comments, Brian Laverty, but we owe a lot of, just to say, we owe a lot of what we don't know to Brian Laverty, because Mary and I would have gone along to the Tiernan O Guitar Club that Cal Flynn and Paul Wallace and Brian set up for a number of months. We had a great time, and Brian was a fantastic leader in the group in terms of pulling us along, plus helping us in the main shed here in Bredor to get wood turning lathe, which we bought from the Kenny main shed, and Brian came out and was grateful, very graceful in showing us how to use the machine, which we videoed. And again, that video is here in the shed on a USB pen at the back of the screen, so a lot of the shed members can come in here, watch that video. So fantastic stuff.
And Brian, if you want a female singer in the band, give us a shout.
And of course, Brian and the others for them have moved on to set up a group called Raglan Folk. Play a lot around Letterkenny, I think, in the newly renovated Cavern Club if you're ever up there. And boys, we're on a percentage, just remember that, okay? Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to play this up on the 3rd fret up, so if you have a guitar or a ukulele, just go up on the 3rd fret using the chords that are in front of you. So we're on the 3rd and up, guys.
Yes.
All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye, but the dawn is breaking, it's early morning. The taxi's waiting and the road is home. Already I'm so lonesome I could die. times I let you down, so many times I played around. I tell you now, they don't mean a thing. Every place I go, I think of you. Every song I sing for you. When I come back, I'll wear your wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Now the time has come to leave you one more time. Let me kiss you, close your eyes. I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come when I won't have to leave alone. About the times I won't have to say. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Very good. Okay. Now if this was Van Morrison, we'd be off. Thanks folks, you don't like the crowd, you didn't come back and so we're gone. Anyway, we've one more song in this stream to before you go out for the night or whatever. So firstly, I hope you can read the screen, because this is all experimentation, and I'm sure we're going to improve on this. I say this is all part of a bigger project around this concept of Shed TV and creating a digital communications ecosystem based on a mantra by 3 of a better connected life. And we'd like to think that wherever people are in the world, that certainly for us, music just is such a magical therapy. We hope that people can enjoy this. So this is just another way to explore it. And the last song we're going to sing on this stream before we go off and sing, we're going to have a tea break then after that, because it's important to have the old cup on tea or coffee or whatever. And this is going to be Working Man, which is a song by Rita Meitheal. And I suppose I would like to sing in the Tiernan Oak singing group and guitar playing group that we have had such fun in Letterkenny. We sing this song for Sandra Hosty, who finally found her voice again in Tiernan Oak. And Sandra really did the Rita Meitheal on this song. So Sandra, wherever you are, when and if you're listening to this song, you might even be listening now, if you are, let it out there, because the whole street will love it.
And Brendan with his harmonies.
Oh yeah, and Brenda Maxwell.
Yeah, Maxwell.
So, and Paul with your lovely guitar work, so you won't sing. But anyway, all the while you'll be able to sing at home and nobody will be able to hear you and sing. So I think this is, so we're taking our capo off again for this, guys, for everybody. So we're playing this open in the key of D. So, okay, let's hope you enjoy it. So if you haven't, there's nobody looking at you, by the way. We can't even see us, but at least you can hear us. So really this is about just get out, it's like singing in the shower, okay? Except I'm not sure if you can take the screen into the shower with you. Donegal today there was loads of showers anyway, So for our sins, the men of the men's shed today were out erecting. Is that what you call what men do?
Christmas lights.
Christmas lights.
Putting up.
With Christmas lights down, and it was a real working man's day, I can tell you. And I was just holding the camera. And it is for Austin also, and Bernard and Meitheal and Pather and JJ. Even if you had to go home a couple of times, JJ, every time it started raining, he had an excuse. Anyway, this is for you, JJ, as well. So it's a working man I am, and I've been down on swear to God if I ever see the sun over any length of time, I can hold it in my life, and I never again will go down underground. At the age of 16 years, we quarreled with his fears. We vowed to never see another one. In the dark recess of the night, where you age before your time, and the cold rust lies heavy on your lungs. All together now. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. I swear to God if I ever see the sun over any length of time, hold it in my life. Oh, I never again will go down underground. At the age of 64, I will greet you at the door, and he'll gently lead you by the arm through the dark recess of the night. For he'll take you back in time, and he'll tell you all the hardships that we're had. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God if I ever see the sun, not for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind. Well, I never again will go down underground. Once more for the fans. We say working man I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind. Well, I never again will go down underground. Well, I never again will go down underground. Okay, now just a point here, if you're a viewer and hopefully you become an end user of the book in whatever form, you'll just see on that line that I can, this book, as you'll see in the front of it, is version 1.21, and even after going to print there are numbers of errors. So you can see, I just see another error there in that line. So I swear to God if I ever see the sun. So you see there's an I missing there if you're a viewer. So what I would ask you dearly, if you see an error, and I mean a typo or something like that there, because we're blind, just to say there are 25,500 chords in this book, so a lot of room for error here. But we would really appreciate if anybody sees errors in the book, if they would, you'll see the email on the bottom of the screen there, meitheal@gmail.com. So we really appreciate any feedback in terms of trying to, what we do is continually update the book with any errors. You may also have a different viewpoint about where to place the chords. I mean, we have been what I call committed chaotic amateurs in relation to this process. Anyway, I think we're going to finish the live feed now. If we didn't come back and respond to the comments, etc., it's just because we're limited in terms of what screen availability we seem to have. The phone, as I say, it's focused on the large screen. Please do add any comments if you have them. We'd really appreciate if you share the most importantly, to share the concept of this collaborative space where in all parts of the world, I mean, our vision, we could be somewhere on our own. I could be lying in a hospital bed somewhere, and I might just enjoy to hear some sort of music made by ordinary people as against the world of MP3s. We can always just watch everything in MP3, or you can make your own music.
So we hope you enjoyed the few songs we sang. thank you for listening.
Right, John, do you want to say anything? No, we're only letting 3 of us speak tonight.
All the very best, you know. All the very best.
We're not going to let any shut up. You shut up.
So good night and thanks, folks.
No,
And
you said enough.
a biento, auf Wiedersehen,
Adios.
till the next time, and whatever it is in Spanish, we don't know that, but we know for the next one. Okay, folks, good night and thanks.
Or it's going to